You know, they often say, don't they, with liars, they eventually get caught out. And time again, you know, we've all had friends like that, right, that have told you one thing and you found out another thing and think, oh, that's a shame. I quite liked you, but then clearly you can't stick to the truth. You know, the sort of thing I mean. With Meghan Markle, it's almost a career, some people might say, because clearly she doesn't stick to the plot. I was always fascinated from the very off when she sat down for that particular interview with Michelle Hussein, if you remember, for the BBC, and that thing where, no, we didn't have tabloids in the I mean, the United States is brilliant for tabloids. I love the Globe, the National Enquirer. You know it's rubbish, but it's just entertaining. How did Meghan not know this? And the best thing was, no, I didn't really know that much about. They're not a thing in America. So Princess Diana wasn't a thing in America. The most beautiful woman in the world wasn't a thing when she came to New York, when she visited the States. I mean, just ridiculous. And they had to go along with it because at the time, this was what Harry had paraded around. It's interesting now, though, because apparently, according to Meghan, she's suffering the same fate as the late and beautiful Diana as ever. Let me explain. Morning, chums. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome, one and all. Nice to have your company. It's a funny thing. I know I often say this, but, you know, I was lucky enough, as you know, to meet Diana on a number of occasions, and she was a good manipulator. There's no two ways about it. She was elegant, charming, beguiling. She knew what character to give you, and she was just a nice woman. I mean, in my opinion, as I've said to you before, I think we would have had a different outcome on her life and her relationship with the monarchy had it hadn't been for the nasty Martin Bashir at the BBC. I hold him responsible for changing the mindset of a woman who was already a little confused, but then accelerated to the max. You know what I'm saying? Now, you couldn't say the same thing, of course, for this particular woman, Meghan Markle. Some might say an arc manipulator, somebody who knows exactly what she wants, has gone to get it, and, you know, even when she was marrying the first time, apparently, had a mood board with pictures of Prince Harry on it. I find that really hard to believe, given the fact that she said she didn't know who the monarchy were, and, you know, Harry famously, I mean, how dim. Oh no, she'd never Googled anybody. Everybody Googles everybody now. If I'm having a meeting with someone, I don't know if you do this, but you know, if you're having and you think, what do they look like? Because you don't know what people look like, do you? So you go, well, oh yeah, okay, they're blonde or they're dark or they've got glasses or whatever. Gives you an idea. Whether you delve deeper, that's up to you. But apparently, Meghan didn't delve deeper. Recently, though, she's met up with allegedly a celebrity astrologer. Remind you of anybody? Yes, you see, Princess Diana was a big fan of mediums, astrology, all of that sort of stuff. Now, I'm sort of indifferent to it. You know, when I was younger, you always read your star sign and thought, well, but I went on a TV show many years ago as a guest, and they had a segment about that, and it was interesting because the astrologer of that particular major national newspaper had for a while never studied astrology, suddenly just got the job. And then, you know, another astrologer pointed out how you just mix the months up and you just repackage them. I'm not suggesting that's the same for real astrology, but ultimately it puts you off, right? You think, really? Now, apparently, according to an excellent source, and of course following on from various meetings, apparently Meghan Markle is suffering from the same fate of expectation that Princess Diana had. You see, the world demands so much from Meghan: perfection in beauty, perfection in sort of what she's doing, the success of what she's doing, how she's perceived by everybody. Now, it's just ridiculous, but this is what people will pay for, right? The thing that you have to remember is, of course, Princess Diana displayed her kindness by doing things under the radar a lot of the time, particularly with the HIV community and various other charities that she went out with no publicity, sometimes taking her two boys, sometimes more so with just Prince William. That's how she learned about exactly the planet that she was in and what her role that she felt effectively was. How is Meghan Markle related to Princess Diana? As we famously know, according to her, well, if you believe the story, she spoke to Diana upon a meeting when she was having yoga. And then earlier this year, year, well, apparently Meghan and Harry decided to go a stage further and claim the role and title of Spencer. That didn't go well, as I told you previously. This is going to be the latest rollout of exactly why Meghan's perished and punished in the world's media, because she's now put on such a high pedestal as the late and beautiful Diana. But backed up this time around with Prince Harry, who's openly said that he sees and wonders if she's not almost a reincarnation of his late mother. Do you see how these things become more wacky by the day? Neil Sean, Kensington, London.